Evening, everyone. A good Hamoed. A good Hamoed. Great to see so many of you. Some of you I can see, some of you I can't see. Just wonderful to get together. It's just very a little bit for a little Chol Hamoed opportunity. I had the occasion to connect with Rabbi Reese this week, because you know we are in the super period, and discussed that even though it is almost since it's Chol Hamoed and it's not live music, we would use our instruments, a little bit of Simchas Yontif and Chizuk Yontif. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling well. Families are well. We ask for refuah, for Yeshua, for all of Klal Yisrael, for the entire world during this difficult time. But we also want to be machazik each other. Even though it's not written by Pesach, but there's a connection between all the Moadim. We have some special guests joining us this evening. I think it's working. Special guest joining us this evening. We'll be hearing from him shortly. Gisi Ka'achi, my brother-in-law, my brother Sevi Daniel. I'm Zev. We'll see him shortly. Special guest as the resident recent guest of the Spalo, the Baal Tefillah, the Chazan for Yom Noron last couple of years at Silver Zion, the resident family Chazan. Michael Friedman, my son, will be joining us. Tonight is also a special night because, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that tonight is the yahrzeit of Rav Yosef Dov Levi Soloveitchik. So we'll have to tell a Litvish story for the Kumzitz. Start out thinking about all of Klal Yisrael and the entire Jewish world, the entire world. It's a little bit choppy. Okay, so you know what? Let's do this. Give me 1 second. Hang on. Just give me 1 second. The beauty of doing this at home. You can do it yourself. Hold on. I need to take over the living room. No, 9:30. Okay, hold on. Tell me if it's better. Just give me
Barbie's like.
Okay, fine. Exactly. You can play Barbies with Eli all day tomorrow, not have a screen tomorrow. Exactly. You can play Barbies with Eli all day tomorrow, not have a screen tomorrow. Eli, don't even think about coming down here. Don't even think about it. Eli, don't even think about coming down here. Eli's room for 15 minutes. Don't even think about it.
Mommy. I need to tell you something.
Oh, okay. I think it's working again. Are you guys here? I think it's working. Oh, okay. I think it's working again. Are you guys here?
All right, you're good. I don't see a video though.
All right. I think it's working. Zevi, can you see me? Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Oh, we're working. All right. Zevi, I'm going to pass it over to you. Hang on. Now that let me see if I can unmute you now. Oh, there we go.
Unmuted.
You're officially unmuted. Why don't you take it away?
Wow.
Sorry for the
What is
technical
close?
difficulties
What is close?
here. Live from Baltimore,
right.
Maryland.
Khalila. All right. What should we start with, Ruben? We've got a few songs we could do here. Let's do a beautiful song by Eitan Katz, if that's okay. That's okay? Because I think of you when I hear this song, Kikar Velecha Davar Hamoed. You hear me all right? Kikaro Hayelecha Adonai Shicha Yilvacha Lasoitzo Kikaro Hayelecha I so you saw this part is easy. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ay da 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 da. Ay da 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 da. La da da la da da. Ya la da da da. Ay ya da da. Ay ya da da. La da da da. La da da. Ay. Sing with me, like,
Shkoyach. Old MBD here for you. Back to you, Zevi.
all right, so a little faster, and then on the song a little slower. It's an hour behind here in Baltimore, so greetings from a foreign country here.
Shkoyach. mention that tonight is the yard site of Rav Yosef Dov Halevi Soloveitchik, Ben Agon Rav Moshe Soloveitchik, Zichrono Livracha. So it's a Kumzitz with a Chassidish story about a Litvish Gadol. So how do you resolve that quandary? So the Rav once told himself a story, a Soloveitchik Chassidish Maisa, which he said in their family they didn't tell really Chassidish Maisas, but sometimes even miraculous Maisas. Said it was Pesach one year, and Reb Chaim Volozhiner saw the Vilna Gaon on the first day of Pesach, and the Gaon was in a very depressed mood, and which was very unusual because the Vilna Gaon, even though he was very serious, but on Yontif, the requirement for Simchas Yontif meant that the Vilna Gaon was always in an ecstatic mood when it came to Yontif, Sukkot and Pesach and Shavuos. He was always on a serious high. He was very, very high. And yet this first day of Pesach, Rav Soloveitchik says that he heard the Maisa, the true Maisa, that Reb Chaim Volozhiner saw his Rebbe the Gaon and he saw he was very depressed. He said to Rebbe, what happened? So the Gaon says, I'll tell you the truth, that late last night after the Seder, early in the wee hours of the morning, after Alos HaShachar, I was up and I had the most unbelievable spiritual revelations of Chidushei Torah, which were incredible. And I kept thinking about them and meditating on them. But the Vilna Gaon's Shita is that you can't have even Hirhurei Torah without Birchas HaTorah. If you look, it's two opinions in the Mishnah Brura. But the Vilna Gaon held that you can't have Hirhurim of Torah without Birchas HaTorah. So the Vilna Gaon said that when he started his davening, he had forgotten all the Chidushei Torah that he was thinking about because he violated his din. So he was very depressed. And then Rav Chaim Volozhiner said he saw that the Vilna Gaon had come to Mincha in the afternoon on the first day of Pesach. And the Vilna Gaon was smiling. He was in his usual cheerful Yontif mood. So he said to his Rebbe, he said to the Vilna Gaon, he says, Rebbe, what happened? He said, did you get the Chidushei Torah back? And the Vilna Gaon says, yes. I davened, and this afternoon they returned to me my Chidushei Torah from this morning. So the Rav said, even in Litvish circles, they can tell miraculous Ma'asalach. Back to Baltimore for another niggin.
All right. Beautiful, right, Brand? What is close to be here with you this auspicious evening? I can't even say the words, but really just tremendous it's close to be here. And I learned this song, I didn't know how to play it until you told me like we're gonna have this beautiful Kumzitz, and we read this, albeit B'Yechidus, yesterday in Shir Shirim. Beautiful words of Shlomo Melech. Ishpati eschem benos Yerushalayim Timtzeu estodi Matagidu lo Ishpati eschem benos Yerushalayim Timtzeu estodi Matagidu lo Shechoila sahaboli Shechoila sahaboli Hoi matagidu lo Shechoila sahaboli Matagidu lo שחילה סהב אני מה תגידו לו שחילה סהב אני מה תגידו לו שחילה סהב מה תגידו שחילה סהב מה תגידו לו שחילה סהב
Shkoyach, thank you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Great to have you. Great to see you.
I'm gonna sing along with you, but I gotta start getting ready for bed. I have to wake up early in the morning. I've daf yomi in like 3 hours.
Try Baltimore time.
Me and the gra.
Thank you. All right. Good night. Thanks. Bruchim Aboim, welcome to our beloved co-alumnus, Rabbi Michael Friedman, a Zoom expert from Hillel Torah. Thank you so much for coming.
You should know that it updated this afternoon, so there's issues going on. Hold on. I'm seeing the issues right now.
We see you and hear you.
Baruch Hashem. Shalom, everybody. I can't see exactly who is going on. I know there's a lot on YouTube also, but I wanted to share a short story, an idea, based on tonight's Sphira. And Sphira, we know, every night, it's a growth from the lowest levels of Egypt. We get out the 49 levels of Tuma. We go up every night, the 49 levels of Kedusha, of Tahara, building up to Matan Torah. And every night has a certain quality, a certain Kabbalistic permutation of different Sphirot, the different attributes. And tonight's attribute is Chesed, Netzach Shebechesed, of real endurance of giving, endurance of Chesed. And it made me think of a Baal Shem Tov story. This will be a real Chassidish Maisa, that is a little wild, but I think really speaks to us in this time specifically, not just Sphira, but in Corona Sphira. There was a story of a certain Gavir, guy named Avigdor, very, very wealthy man, very generous man, also a little bit arrogant man. And he went to the Baal Shem Tov with some large sum of money. He donated it, says, please give this to poor people on my behalf. I would like to help you know what's going on the ground. Please give this for me. The Baal Shem Tov asked, okay, would you like a bracha? I say, I'm good. You've any idea what I have, properties downtown, uptown? I'm good, thank you. Save the bracha for somebody else. Thank you though, just distribute the tzedakah. We're good. And he said, the Baal Shem Tov responded, okay, fine. Noticing a little bit of the arrogance there. He said, just please give this letter to a Rav Tzadok, a just individual in Bod, Poland. He should be the Gabbai Tzedakah. Just give this to him, please. He said, sure, not a problem. Put it in his pockets and went on with his life. He said he lived in Bod, so it wouldn't be a problem for him to return it to him, to give it to him. And he returned home, returned to his business a year, 2 years, a few years later. And every year, totally forgot about the letter. And every year, kind of business got a little bit worse, not quite as good. It wasn't able to give as much tzedakah. He found himself having to sell off some of these properties. Things weren't coming in like they used to. Eventually, he loses everything. And he goes to his closet to sell the last of his meager possessions. And he finds the jackets and he's making sure there's nothing else of value before he pawns that off. And he finds a letter. And he remembers what he did. He remembers passing off the bracha, thinking maybe he could use that right now. And he remembers the letter. And he said, maybe this is like retribution. Maybe this is because I haven't given the letter. I really should have. This is God punishing me. He says, I'm punishing me. I'll bring it now. And he runs to town square and he asks everybody, is there Reb Tzadok? Is there this guy? I'm supposed to Gabbai Tzedakah something. I have a letter. And they says, yeah, the new guy, right? He was appointed this morning, Rabbi Tzedakah. He should be in his office. He probably has to set it up. The guy also used to be really down on his luck, like you look like you are. But things have a really nice turn for him. He's now the Gabbai Tzedakah. He was just elected this morning. So he runs into the office and he hands him the letter. And the guy opens it up. He's a little confused about how the letter is from a few years ago, quite a few years ago, but he was elected this morning. He's not sure what to make of that quite yet. He hands him the letter. He opens the letter and says that, dear Rabbi Tzadok, congratulations on your new position. The man in front of you is Avigdor. He used to be very, very wealthy, but through unfortunate change of circumstances, he has lost that wealth. Please help him. I'm sure that anything you do will be blessed, and he'll be very, very generous with everything he has earned after the fact. In case you're wondering of the validity of the story, Mazel Tov on your son. And just like to add a little bit of icing on the cake, someone runs in and says, Rav Tzadok, you just had a son, your wife had a baby boy, Mazel Tov. And the guy is obviously floored. He gives them the tzedakah, and never heard the end of the story, but supposedly, assumedly, they live happily ever after. The foresight of the Baal Shem Tov, exactly how that works, another discussion. but the foresight of the actions of the chesed of the Baal Shem Tov, I think, speak to netzach shebechesed, that the endurance of chesed. When you give, there's the immediate reaction, there's the immediate impact, and then there's a long-term impact. By giving tzedakah, you're not just helping someone have food, but you're really giving them something that they can move on to do something else with. When we are in our homes, both in sense of chesed, literally of supporting our community, of giving to other people, of making phone calls to people, of the people around us, our houses, and just in general, our actions right now, it's very, very easy to get caught on the present moment. And it's important to be mindful and in the present moment, but at the same time, there's a future. And there's going to be a moment very, very soon, God willing, that we open up our doors, that we open up our letters, and we see the long-term impact of our actions, the long-term, the enduring impact of what we've done, of how we daven when in our living room, and everyone can see us, and our kids are watching us, and our kids are watching how we say Hallel, and how do we have the Seder when it's not whatever we're used to. And just to have that in mind of everything we do, of having that long-term impact. How is that going to be in years from now when the letter of my actions is opened up? And it really sees that. And to plant those seeds, that's hopefully we can see blossom very soon into very, very many good things of chasadim, and get out of the situation into a much better, even better than it was before, chesedic reality. So thank you, Brand, for hosting this and the opportunity.
I haven't seen you in too long, so it's wonderful. Thank you for taking the time.
Sure.
Great to see you. Give one special shout out. I think they are still on. Special thank you and a shout out to my parents in Baltimore, Maryland. Special hello. Love from Chicago, from Skokie. Hope to see you soon. If there was ever a time that we said Hanashamalach Va'guf Balach, it's all you, it's only you. The Rebbeinu Shalom, we think we have control. Mamish, obviously, we know we don't have any control, but even here in the Zoom and the YouTube, we think we have control. We set it all up. And I want to say a special thank you to Daniela Schwartz and to Tracy Schultz in our office, and a super special added thank you to Ellie Schwartz for stepping in for a lot of the technical aspects last night or this morning, this evening. Huge thank you. We think we have it in control. We think we got it, but Lamaisa, we don't got it. We were supposed to be downstairs in my office. We're here in the living room. Welcome. I don't know if we're waking the kids upstairs, but at least this is the closest thing we can be to being together. Kodesh Bashem Veikim Zakeyeni Legadeh Boni Nunevoni Sachoni Unevoni Oyabe Hashem Yerekim Sheyemes, oy zera kodesh b'Hashem veikim, umirim esoy lo, v'adoro ma'asim toivim, u'bechol meleches avonos haboyim, umirim esoy lo, v'adoro ma'asim toivim. Ubechol meleches avonos haboyim, umirim esoy lo, v'adoro ma'asim toivim, ubechol meleches avonos haboyim, umirim esoy lo, v'adoro ma'asim toivim, ubechol Meleches avonos haboyim, zakeyeni legadeh, boni nunevoni, chachoni unevoni, oy avei Hashem Elokim. Sheyemes zera kodesh Hashem veikim Zakeyeni legadeh boni nunevoni rachoni unevoni Oy avei Hashem Yerekim Sheyemes, oy zera kodesh b'Hashem veikim, umirim esoy lo, v'adoro ma'asim toivim, u'bechol meleches avonos haboyim, umirim esoy lo, v'adoro ma'asim toivim. Ubechol meleches avonos haboyim, umirim esoy lo, v'adoro ma'asim toivim, ubechol meleches avonos haboyim, umirim esoy lo, v'adoro ma'asim toivim. Uvechol meleches avonos haboyim. So I want to conclude with one niggin. We'll chazer over the niggin that Zevi sang before. Before it gets late, we'll end with one niggin. I want to invite everybody back in Yirtzeh Hashem tomorrow morning. You can get the link will go out on the Kolol email. We're going to be doing in Yirtzeh Hashem an amazing Zoom Aliyah L'Regel, an actual 3D Google Earth tour with a licensed Israeli tour guide of the old city of Yerushalayim, Yer HaKodesh. We're all going to Yerushalayim tomorrow. Tomorrow night, there's a Neely baking demonstration. Then Tuesday morning, I'm very excited to come back here. It'll be on the Kolol YouTube channel, Yirtzeh Hashem, Tuesday morning at 9:30 Central, to welcome some extraordinary, incredible guests, to just have a little conversation, some inspiration, some chizuk, some humor, maybe a little bit. Tuesday morning with Dr. David Pelkovitz, the renowned psychologist, Mr. Lonnie Nassiter. Lonnie is the president of our federation, our JUF here in Chicago, with Rabbi Dr. Ari Berman, president of Yeshiva University, Rabbi Yonah Rees, Av Bezdin of the Chicago Rabbinical Council, and our alumnus, Rabbi Ephraim Rimmel, sending us special ahava of love from Israel, live this Tuesday morning. Habo Leinu L'Tova. Please, God, join us again. Everybody stay healthy, stay well. Have a beautiful Moed, a good Moed. We should all have Yeshuas, Refuas, and the Geula Krova. If you didn't catch it the first time, we're going to end one more. On cats. A good Vach, a good Moed. Be well, stay safe. Thank you all for joining us. Look forwd to greeting you in Mirza Hashem, Yerushalayim HaKodesh. But if not before then, in the next coming up events, joining us this week.